Bonjour à tous, bienvenue de nouveau pour une nouvelle leçon. C'est un plaisir de vous retrouver. J'espère que vous allez bien, que vous êtes en forme. Aujourd'hui, comme prévu, nous allons parler des adjectifs indéfinis. Well, not exactly. On va parler de to as un adjectif indéfini. To, as I told you in the previous lesson, is a word that you must have seen written or heard at least once because it's a very, very common word and it has many natures. Meaning, when we say nature, la nature du mot en français means that it can be an adjective indéfini, as I'm gonna teach you today, but it can also be a pronoun, un adverbe, un substantif, and even more than that. I did five in total. I think 5 or 6 different ways to use to. Sometimes it's invariable and sometimes it's not. The way I'm going to teach it today, like with the adjectif indéfini, we will see all the forms of to, T-O-U-T. So what does it mean, first of all, when it's an adjectif indéfini? What is this to? It's the translation would be all the or the whole something. Here we need like a lot of examples. Really, that's to make sure we get the pronunciation and how it works and everything. It's mainly examples. So, to, like if I tell you, je veux te raconter toute l'histoire. Je veux te raconter toute l'histoire. First of all, there is a change in the pronunciation. I said to when I introduced the word to you, and I clearly said toute l'histoire. Je veux te raconter toute l'histoire means I want to tell you the whole story. Story in French, l'histoire, is feminine. That's when you add the final E à tout. Je veux te raconter toute l'histoire, the whole story, the story being feminine. When to is used as an adjectif indéfini, that's when he is used as an adjectif indéfini. I need to know if what's coming next is feminine, masculine, singular, or plural. Je veux te raconter toute l'histoire. You need to know that histoire is feminine. That's true. But then you know that you need to put this final E. And in that case, I hear the final T when you speak. Je veux te raconter toute l'histoire. It works with... je veux savoir toute la vérité. Je veux savoir toute la vérité. I want to know the whole truth. Je veux savoir toute la vérité. I want to know the whole truth. Toute la vérité. La. In that case, it's clearly feminine. L'histoire, le problème, c'est que l'histoire goes with L apostrophe, so you don't know. Is it le or la? You may have a doubt. But la vérité, clearly feminine. Toute la vérité. Je ne te crois pas. Il a mangé tout le gâteau? Je ne te crois pas. Il a mangé tout le gâteau? I don't believe you. He ate or he's eaten the whole cake. Tout le gâteau. Le gâteau, there's only one, and it's masculine, so T-O-U-T. No problem. J'ai regardé tout le film avec ma sœur. J'ai regardé tout le film avec ma sœur. I watched the whole movie with my sister. Tout le film, masculin singulier, so T-O-U-T. No worries, tout le film. That works easy. Now, when it's plural, tous les enfants jouent dans la cour. Tous les enfants jouent dans la cour. You will translate with all. All the children play or are playing in the playground. Tous les enfants jouent dans la cour. What's happening in that case? You take the T, the final T, off, and you add an S. You don't keep the T and add an S. It's not two T-O-U-T-S. It's just T-O-U-S. Tous les enfants, plural, masculine. Tous les enfants jouent dans la cour. By the way, joue, pronounced joue, written J-O-U-E-N-T. Tous les gens sont venus à son anniversaire. A bit weird, but okay. Tous les gens, all the people. Tous les gens sont venus à son anniversaire. All the people came for his birthday, or for her birthday, pour son anniversaire. Toutes les fêtes qu'elle fait sont géniales. Toutes les fêtes qu'elle fait sont géniales. all the parties she makes are amazing. All the parties she has are amazing. Toutes les fêtes qu'elle fait sont super, sont géniales, sont incroyables. Toutes les fêtes, I say une fête, feminine. Toutes les fêtes, plural. What happens with two? I add an E and I add an S. Toutes. Pronounced toutes. Of course, the final E, you do not hear it. The final E makes the T sound. And the final S, as very often, you don't hear it. So, toutes les fêtes, you will note then that when it's feminine, you don't hear any difference if it's singular or plural. You don't hear it. Toutes. The final S at the end doesn't really... Toutes ces fêtes sont géniales. Tous les enfants... Ah yeah, I had something just to tell you about the... Just because it's a bit... I was asked like, yeah, do I have to pronounce the final S at tous les enfants, for example? Because a student told me, when you say thanks to you all, I say merci à tous. Effectivement, when it's at the end, merci à tous, I need to make the S, the final S sound. But when it's before un nom et un article or something like that, when it works as an adjectif indéfini, you do not hear it. So no, you don't have to. So again, when I say tout le gâteau, the whole cake, or tous les gâteaux, all the biscuits, all the cakes, same pronunciation. Same pronunciation, but written if you know that what's coming after is masculine, you keep it T-O-U-T. If it's plural, T-O-U-S. Pronunciation, same. Tout. And that's basically what's happening with toute. Toute, what did I say? Toute l'histoire, when it's only one, but toutes les histoires, if it was plural, anyway, would be just adding the S, but sounding the same. But to answer to this tous thing, indeed, I say merci à tous in that context, because there is nothing after this tous. Merci à tous. That's it. Thank you to all of you. But you don't say tous les enfants jouent dans le... No, this one is mute. Still a good question. And then two very useful expression. Tout le monde. Tout le monde. That means everyone. Tout le monde. Tout le monde est là. Everyone is there. And so tout le monde, T-O-U-T. But tous les jours, T-O-U-S. Tous les jours. Literally all the days. Every day. Tous les jours. It's good to know this one. Tout le monde, and to remember how you write it. Tout le monde, everybody. Tous les jours, every day. One with T, one with S. One singular, one plural. Yeah? So that's how it works when it's adjective indéfini. With the pronunciation, it's always a bit tricky. You don't write it the same, but you pronounce it the same. But at least you know why. You know why. It all depends on what's coming next. And you know how to translate it. And I try to give you, some basic sentences in which you can use it. So... je veux savoir toute l'histoire, dis-moi toute la vérité, tu as mangé tout le gâteau, j'ai vu tout le film avec ma sœur, tous les enfants jouent dans la cour ou dans le jardin, tous les gens sont très contents, why not, toutes les fêtes qu'elle fait sont géniales, and then we saw, merci à tous, that's a different case. You leave them apart, and then tout le monde et tous les jours. Remember these two expressions, very, very useful. That's about it for l'adjectif indéfini tout. Slowly, like step by step, I will go back to all the different use of tout. It's simple words and it's multi-usage. You can really be used for many things, and having different translation every time when we think in English. So I will obviously go through all of this later. Merci beaucoup pour votre attention. J'espère que c'était utile, que vous avez tout compris. Et à très bientôt pour une nouvelle leçon. J'espère et je pense que ça vous aidera beaucoup dans votre apprentissage et pour appliquer les connaissances que vous avez grâce à nos vidéos. Merci beaucoup encore et à bientôt. Au revoir.